Joining me now is UFC lightweight Vinc Pichel, who's getting ready to face Mark Madsen at UFC 273. Vince, how's it going, man?
I'm doing good. How you doing?
Doing really well. First things first, what's the energy been like in camp, and what are your thoughts on this upcoming matchup?
The energy in the camp has been all about murder. What was the other thing you asked me?
Oh, just how excited are you for the fight?
Oh, I'm stoked, man. I can't wait for it. I'm kind of glad that I got pushed back a little bit because it got me more time to prepare and train for it. So I'm stoked. I can't wait.
Definitely. And let's talk a little bit about your opponent, Mark Madsen, 2016 Olympic silver medalist in wrestling. What are your thoughts on his skill set?
This ain't wrestling. You ain't get a fucking medal out of me. He's a one trick pony. I don't know, man. I feel like he's in more trouble than I am in this fight. I don't really have a lot to worry about besides him holding on to me and you know what I mean, basically just smothering me, but I don't see that happening.
Yeah, I gotcha. And how do you see the grappling exchanges going in this fight?
I see me beating him in the grappling exchanges, man. I'm a pretty decent wrestler myself. I'm working a lot on my wrestling lately as well. My jits is, I'm a black belt. I'm sure my jits is tiers above his as well as my striking. So I don't know, man. I feel like he's just totally outmatched here. I feel like I have all the confidence in the world. I'm gonna take this dude out.
Awesome, man. And let's talk a little bit about your corner. Who's going to be in your corner for this fight?
I got Coach Mark Montoya, Scotty Miller, and Coach G. Those are my three coaches that I'm using. Those are guys I've been working with constantly. I mean, not the only guys I've been working with at the gym, but the ones who I've been really fine-tuning things with lately. And so those are the guys that I'm going to bring with me. So just one adjustment from the last camp. I think last camp I used Jordan. He was already out there, so I just used Jordan. Coach G couldn't come. So this time I'm just swapping Coach G for Jordan for this one.
Awesome, man. And not too long ago, you mentioned how you made the move from California to Colorado to train over at Factory X. Talk to me a little bit about that transition and what went into that decision.
Man, it was a really big decision for me to do, especially like this late in my career, right? But if I'm being honest, I wanted to leave California for a long time. The vibe there just wasn't for me. I didn't feel like I belonged there anymore. But it was really hard for me, and the hardest thing for me was losing my camp. My camp was the one thing that was keeping me there, right? So I was just so unhappy that, I mean, I was kind of just holding on to that for a long time. But I didn't really have anything that was like, okay, this is your time to move. This is the kick in the pants I needed to move. And then COVID hit, and then things went full blown commie over there. So I was like, damn, this is the sign I need to get the hell out of here. So I literally called an apartment building and said, hey, I want to rent an apartment. They're like, you want to come you see it? I'm like, nah, I've already seen online photos. I'm good enough. I'm moving out there. And I literally just picked my shit up and left.
I gotcha. And do you feel kind of rejuvenated because of this move?
Yeah, big time, man. I'm with a team now of killers who have the same goals in mind that I do. Where not that I didn't have that before, but I wasn't constantly surrounded by those guys every day, right? I had to put myself in those situations. But I definitely feel a lot better in my camp. My fighting skill has gone up. You know what I mean? My technique and everything is coming through the roof right now. You saw a little bit of that when I fought Austin Hubbard, right, with my footwork and my striking a little bit. But I think this time you're going to see even more improvement, right? And I'm super stoked to kind of showcase what we've been working on in the gym and take this dude out.
Yeah, and you mentioned it a little bit there, but you're on a little bit of a win streak right now. What's been kind of the key to some of your recent successes in the octagon?
I don't know, man. I'm not the I'll probably say the biggest thing is me. I'm not a guy that really focuses on results. I'm a guy that just does the work that I need to do, and I let the results come to me, right? I know nothing's easy, and nothing I do is easy. So I try not to focus on my outcomes and the results of anything. I just try to focus on getting better and being better than I was the day before, the week before, the month before. And so I think that's just a big part of it, man. And to me, honestly, I think that's the biggest part of it.
Yeah, definitely. And I believe this is going to be your first fight for a while since you've fought in front of a crowd again, right? Is that right? Since the pandemic and all that?
I think the last time I fought in a crowd was what Roosevelt Roberts.
Roosevelt,
right?
yeah.
when did I fight him? 28? Was it 2018 or 2019?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
2019, I think I want to say, because I fought Jim Miller 2020. Yeah, 2019, man. 2019. Shit, it's been 3 years.
Yeah. So how excited are you for that experience?
I'm pretty stoked, and I'm super stoked it's in Vegas too, like the free state of Vegas, right? We're in the last lands of the free that's left out here. But I'm super stoked. There ain't nothing like have witnesses hear this motherfucker scream when I hit him. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Definitely, man. And what was that whole experience like of fighting in the Apex and fighting without a crowd? Did you like it? Did you prefer it, or was it totally an adjustment?
It wasn't a whole big deal for me. Like my background, I don't have any martial arts background. I grew up fighting in the streets, so my fights that I always got myself into, I didn't really like having witnesses, right? Because if there's witnesses, you get busted by the cops, and there's a reason why I'm not in prison. But man, it doesn't really matter to me, man. Like whether there's a crowd or not, I don't really mind. But there's nothing like feeling the energy of the crowd and hearing the roar and that, so to speak. You know what I mean? That energy is just unmatched. And I don't know anything else that can really describe or portray that feeling to someone who's never actually experienced it.
Definitely. And do you find that you kind of feed off of that energy in the fight?
Yeah, definitely. Right. It could work with you or it could work against you. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I definitely take it with a grain of salt, and I enjoy it. I use it to definitely to excite myself. Right. I definitely do use that a lot, whether it's with me or against me.
Definitely. And looking towards 2022, how many times do you see yourself fighting this year? Do you want to stay active, or do you like taking that extra time in between fights?
Well, sometimes I do. Well, I don't want to say I like taking that much time off between fights, but sometimes I feel like I needed to. I needed to rest my body. I had a lot of life stuff going on, right? Mm-hmm. But I definitely want to start pumping out fights. I'm not getting any younger, right? I'm 39. I'm gonna be 40 this year, right? And so my goal is to leave my stamp before I go. I want to be satisfied with what I've done, what I've accomplished before I leave. And I have it in my head now. The only way I'm going to do that and accomplish that is if I just start pumping out these fights and keep myself healthy, which is what I've been doing. I've actually added a lot of stuff to my training. I've added a lot of therapy, a lot of strength and conditioning, which I never did before. I literally just trained, went home, ate, you know what I mean, went back to training again. Mm. And so now I'm keeping my body healthy. I have a lot of guys who are supporting me. You know what I mean? I got Landau's Performance and I got Barwis, who's helping me. And then I also got Thom Body Therapy, who's also really doing some torturous work on me at times, but it's done a lot of good for my body and my mental state of mind and my fighting. So I've definitely changed a lot in that aspect and done that. And I think once I take this dude out, I'm hoping I take him out pretty quick. And then I'm going to just pump them out, man. I'm trying to fight at least one more time this year if I can.
Definitely. And do you feel like the recent changes that you've made, you mentioned a little bit there, do you feel like those changes have kind of prolonged your career in a way?
Yeah, honestly, I feel like they have, because I'm going to be honest, man. When I first moved out here to Colorado, I didn't think I was going to be able to train with these boys, man. Like They train rough, they train hard, and they put their head to the grindstone, right? Which is my style, right? I'm that grinder, but it was a little rough for my body at first, and I was a little worried because I could very easily see myself being injured a lot and not being able to train because of how we train at the gym. Mm-hmm. But once I started implementing my physical therapy, my strength and conditioning, and I'm not gonna lie, at first it was kind of torturing me a little bit, right? Where I felt like I was almost playing catch up, but now I'm at the point where I'm not even sore anymore, right? I just feel myself getting faster, stronger, more explosive day by day. So it's all just good for me, man. And I think it definitely has prolonged my career and my fighting abilities.
Definitely, man. And last question for me before we go, what can fans expect from the fight, and what's the key to getting the win?
Straight up violence. Everyone knows me. Everyone that knows me knows I'm going to come in there like a violent little bastard that I am. But I'm looking to knock him out. I'm looking to really put a statement, let everyone know and see that he has no business being in there with an animal like me. I'm looking to knock him out or submit him, make him take a shitty shot and strangle the shit out of him. But either way, I'm looking for the finish. I'm not looking to, I'm never looking for a decision, but then again, I'm not going to be stupid out there and blow my wad, and allow him to take advantage of me in any way in this fight. So I'm just looking to finish him.
Awesome, man. Well, before we wrap things up, I'll give you the chance to shout out any sponsors you may have and let the fans know where they can find you on social media too.
Sick. Yeah. I want to give a huge shout out to Rev Gear, Defense Soap, Smoke Buddy. These are my three main sponsors that have stuck with me for a really long time, honestly, and been with me through the ups and downs. Rev Gear especially, they've been with me forever, man. So I can't really I can't thank those guys enough, right, for sticking by me. Also want to thank all my coaches, my training partners, all the fans, everyone who supported me. You know what I mean? Those are the, I mean, not the main reason, but a big reason why I still fight and why I fight the way I fight. And then thank you to Mark Madsen for sacrificing your record for me. You know what I mean? I'm gonna take that L.
Awesome, man. Well, Vince, it was great to meet you. Great to chat with you, and I'm sure we'll chat again soon. Thank you so much.
Yes, sir. Thank you, Curtis.